And welcome back, everyone. This is Linda Bennett with Metaphysically Speaking, and you can find us on the internet, or you can go on YouTube and type in metaspeak.com, or if you typed in Metaphysically Speaking, it'll pop up. It'll give you the show times because we're on radio, and you can listen to us on there. Also, I do some private consultations, and the phone number is 727-736-4567. You need to send me pictures of yourself and anybody else you want to talk about. Make a list of questions, your check, and the times or days that you would prefer. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are the days that I do consultations. So I don't do many, but nevertheless, if you have an urgent problem and I feel you are someone who really needs help, I will absolutely do that, help you. Okay, now, we're talking about prayer. We're going to be focusing on focus. Because if you don't focus and your mind is wandering and you're checking your messages on your cell phone, or you're looking over to see who's calling, but you have your phone turned up, you're not focusing. You're a million different directions and you're nowhere. Focus on anything that you find pleasing. It can be a plant. It can be a statue of Buddha. I have Buddha, Avalokitesvara. I have the nativity scene on my altar. I have 2 nativity scenes that stay up all the time. I'm pointing to it right there, so my producer can see it. I have Ganesha, who's the elephant god, God in the aspect of removing obstacles. I have Mary right in front of me. I have angels. I have dragons. I love dragons. I love angels. I have them all over my house and my yard. I have Green Tara, who's in charge of physical healing and emotional healing. White Tara, who is in charge of compassion. The Archangel Michael, who is very special to me and helps with healing, as does Tara. I have Pele, not the soccer player, the goddess of fire on our planet. And you think, well, how many do you need? Well, who am I talking to this particular moment? These are the aspects of God that I know about. I have Anubis and Isis, Osiris, Horus, Mot, Thoth, Nut, and Geb from the ancient Egyptian days, who were not aspects of God like, say, Buddha, but UFO people from other galaxies, because once upon a time when Atlantis and Lemuria were up, we traveled from galaxy to galaxy. And these were special spiritual beings who came to the planet to help us learn about our spirituality, to remember certain things that were forgotten, to recharge certain spiritual places, because there are spiritual places on the planet, which we will talk about in another show. Why does everybody gravitate to Stonehenge? I got no clue why everybody gravitates to South and Central America, because that's where they cut out people's hearts. No time, no place should you ever use blood or prayer or body tissue or a dead animal to pray to God. You cannot kill something for God. I'm sorry if I'm offending you. Tough. I am not tolerant of people who take life in the mistaken belief that they're sacrificing that for God. You're killing. God gives life, eternal spiritual life and physical life as you need it. God is not interested in dead bodies. Don't tell me about your tradition. I do not want to hear it. Just because something is an old habit that's been repeated generation after generation does not make it sacred. It makes it a rotten habit. God is not interested in body parts, blood, anything that requires killing. You don't yank the flowers up by the root. You trim them and bring them in, put them in water, and put them on your altar. Or put them on a quiet, sacred space in your home. Or if you have a church or a temple, you offer the flowers, you don't wreck the plant. So I have all of these aspects, and why do I have the nativity scene up? Well, because Jesus, Mary, and Joseph are special to me. Buddha and Avalokitesvara are special to me. They always answer my prayers. Within 3 days, I get an answer, even if it's no. And here's what also happens. Say I've done a special prayer to Buddha, and a little while later I go in, turn the television and show on. There's a Buddha in somebody's bedroom, and it's one of the design shows. Or there's the story of Buddha on one of the movie channels. Or I pick up a magazine and there's a statue of Buddha in somebody's foyer. That's called an answered prayer. That doesn't mean you're going to get what you ask for. It means you're being acknowledged. The same thing with, you know how these shopping channels have Christmas in July? I was doing special prayers to Mary and Jesus and Joseph. And a little while later, after my shower, I went in and turned on the television, and there was one of the channels with nativity scenes. What are the chances? I could see that in November, December, but in July, I'm staring at a nativity scene, which I had just finished talking to in my prayers and meditations. So you will find that synchronicity is simply the universe saying, we've heard you. We got it. We're working on it. So focus on a picture of your cat. Focus on a crystal. Focus on a plant. Focus on a statue. You're not praying to the statue. You're praying to the soul the statue represents. Don't be dense enough to think that you're praying to a piece of concrete. You're talking to the spirit of the being that is represented by that statue. Get your thoughts in order and say, Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Mary, Jesus, Buddha, doesn't matter. Angels, I haven't been feeling well. Please see that I'm diagnosed properly and I get properly treated. If it's my time to cross over, then let me do so in peace. Don't have an agenda. My child is not doing well in school. Please see that he finally awakens to what the lessons are. Please see that we get a good tutor that we can afford. And so therefore he or she will catch on and really excel. Please see that the greedy people who are trying to blow the planet up with oil wells and blasting. There's no such thing as clean coal, by the way. Gas and coal, if it comes out of the ground, it's dirty. It's destructive to the environment. Please see that we get enough environmentally safe methods of producing energy so that we can obliterate the use of gas and oil and lose the stranglehold the Middle East has over the free world. You stop getting gasoline and oil from these countries, they're going back to the Middle Ages or the early Dark Ages where they really want to be. The ones that want to progress are doing so. So ask God and the angels to see that the planet becomes enlightened, that people become kinder. Focus on that. Write it down if you have to. Leave it there. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Exhale any of the stress and the worry that's in your subconscious mind. Do this 3 times, 4 times, 12 times, whatever you need. Relax. And then start talking to God. And then when you're finished, say, God, I would like to try meditation. You take more breaths. You focus on the third eye of your own body, which is just above the nose, between the eyebrows, maybe a third of a finger above your nose. That's where you get these pictures, these visions. If you gently press on your eyelids when your eyes are closed,